She had only touched the water once when the calm lake suddenly transformed into a massive whirlpool. Then hundreds of tiny fish came rushing toward her at incredible speed. Within seconds, they surrounded her arms and refused to let go. She tried to free herself, but the more desperately she struggled, the deeper she kept sinking. Before she could even understand what was happening, those fish suddenly transformed into human hands, and they grabbed her even tighter. She turned back to call for help, but the people standing behind her had never seen anything like this before. Without even looking back, they ran away in fear. Shaking that fish-like creature off her arm, she made a decision. Instead of running away, she pulled it out of the water. But the moment it reached the shore, she froze in shock. It was not a monster at all. It was a gentle little girl. The girl kept thanking her again and again, and then her body slowly turned into golden dust and happily floated up toward heaven. She was still standing there, completely confused. That was when something even more terrifying appeared. From deep within the forest beside the lake, a gigantic bird emerged. She thought she was about to become its next victim, but at the very last moment, the bird stopped. After a brief conversation, she finally understood the truth. It did not want to hurt her. It needed her help. Just like that little girl, it wanted her to send its soul to heaven with the touch of her hands. So she gently reached out her hand, but before she could touch it, her boyfriend suddenly came running toward them. Without understanding anything, he pulled out his sword and stabbed it straight into the bird's chest. He thought he had saved her. He thought she would...
And now, perhaps it would never be able to reach heaven. At the start of the movie, we are shown a magical school created by two powerful brothers. One side of the school taught goodness, kindness,
and light magic, while the other side taught evil, darkness, and dangerous magic. This mysterious place was known as School for Good and Evil. The two brothers who founded the school were practicing their magical powers against each other. At first, it looked like a normal training battle, but things suddenly became serious. The evil brother secretly used forbidden blood magic, a dark power that should never have been used. The magic badly injured his good brother and pushed the fight out of control. In response, the good brother attacked back and threw the evil brother from a great height. Everyone believed the evil brother had died. After this incident, the story moves forward by 2 years. In the human world, there lived a beautiful girl named Sophie with her father and stepmother. Sophie dreamed of escaping her ordinary life and entering the magical fairy tale world where she could become a princess. She loved stories about castles, princes, and happy endings. Sophie's closest friend was a girl named Agatha. Unlike Sophie, Agatha did not look like the elegant girls from fairy tales. Her dark appearance, messy hair, and strange style made the people in the town call her a witch. Even though Sophie and Agatha were completely different from each other, they shared a very strong friendship. One day, both girls went to school and later visited a bookshop together. Sophie picked books about princesses and fairy tales, while Agatha chose books about witches, ghosts, and dark creatures. The shopkeeper then showed them a mysterious magical book connected to the School for Good and Evil. Curious, Sophie immediately asked where the school was located. The shopkeeper replied that nobody truly knew. Some believed the school existed somewhere hidden in the human world, while others believed it existed in another magical dimension entirely. He also explained that all the famous fairy tales people read about actually originated from this school. Agatha did not believe the story at first, but the shopkeeper revealed something shocking. Years ago, a girl from their own village had supposedly been taken away by the creatures of this school and never returned. Hearing this made Sophie even more obsessed with the idea of finding the magical academy. Later, Sophie secretly wrote a letter asking to be taken to the school. She placed the letter under a magical tree and wrote both her own name and Agatha's name on it. When she told Agatha about her plan, Agatha strongly refused and questioned why Sophie wanted to leave everything behind. But Sophie clearly had mysterious ambitions and desperately wanted to enter that magical world. That same night, Sophie returned to the tree where she had placed the letter. Agatha secretly followed her because she was worried. Suddenly, a giant, terrifying creature appeared and grabbed Sophie. At the same moment, a massive magical bird swooped down and carried both girls away through the sky toward the hidden school. When they arrived, something unexpected happened. Sophie was dropped into the School of Evil, while Agatha was taken to the School of Goodness. Sophie was furious and immediately complained to the wolf-like guard. She insisted that there had been a mistake because someone as beautiful as her obviously belonged in the School of Goodness. She was then taken to the principal of the evil school. The principal calmly explained that the magical bird responsible for bringing students to the school never made mistakes. According to her, every student was placed exactly where they truly belonged. Meanwhile, Agatha arrived at the School of Goodness. The girls there mocked her appearance, laughed at her strange clothes, and claimed she looked more like a witch than a princess. Soon, magical fairies escorted Agatha to meet the principal of the good school. Agatha explained that she never wanted to come there and insisted that Sophie was the one who truly wished to attend the school. However, The principal also repeated the same thing. The magical bird never made mistakes. She explained that students in the school of evil were called nevers because they never found true happiness, while students in the school of goodness were called evers because they always received happy endings. Later, all the students gathered together in a grand hall. Agatha was forced to wear an extremely heavy and elegant dress, while Sophie wore a plain black outfit. Ironically, their appearances perfectly matched the opposite schools. In this world, students from the School of Evil dressed in darker and simpler clothes, while the students from the School of Goodness wore beautiful royal outfits. The good students then began showing off their magical abilities.